If Nate Ruled the World. Nate lay in his bed and stared at the ceiling. It had been the worst day ever. All day long, adults had been telling Nate what to do. Mom said, "Comb your hair and brush your teeth before school." Dad said, "You can't go out to play until you clean your room." They both said, "No dessert until you finish your dinner." Nate's teacher said, "Please don't speak until I call on you." The principal said, "No running in the halls." The traffic guard said, "Don't take shortcuts, use the crosswalk."
"Don't do this, don't do that," Nate said, frowning. "Rules are no fun. I wish I lived in a place that didn't have any rules at all."
In the morning, Nate ran downstairs with messy hair. "What would you like for breakfast?" Nate's mom asked.
"Strawberry ice cream,"
Nate said, just like he did every morning. "Okay," his mom said. Nate was surprised. His mom always said, "No dessert for breakfast." Then she'd give him something healthy to eat. She hadn't told him to comb his hair either. Had she forgotten her rules? Nate ate quickly and left for school before his mom realized her mistake. On the way to school, Nate saw that all the traffic lights and signs that helped people follow the law were gone. There was a giant traffic jam. People shouted at each other and honked their horns. There were no police officers around to help, so it took Nate a long time to get to school. At school, children were running and throwing a football in the hall, but the principal didn't say a word about it.
"I got my wish," Nate thought. "Nobody cares about rules anymore. This is going to be the best day ever."
Just then, a fifth grader ran into him and knocked Nate's books everywhere. Nate picked up his books and went to his classroom. Everyone was working on science posters. Nate wanted to work on his poster too, but he couldn't. He needed the green felt from the box of craft supplies. Everyone was supposed to take a 10-minute turn using the box. Trish had taken a lot longer, and she still wouldn't let him have the box. There was nothing good about recess either. Barry, Eve, and Nina hogged the swings.
"You can't stay on longer than 10 minutes when people are waiting," Nate told them. "It's against the rules."
Nate's classmates kept swinging.
"What rules?"
Nina asked. She didn't know what Nate was talking about. Later, Nate read a story he had written to the class. But some children were talking, so nobody could hear him. Ms. Farber didn't tell them to be quiet. When it was time for lunch, Ms. Farber didn't tell her students to walk in a line. Nate was pushed up against the lunch counter because everybody was trying to get food at once. He didn't get any spaghetti either, because some kids took more than one helping. He did get to eat 5 cups of pudding, though. Nate spent the rest of the school day feeling tired. He realized that maybe his body needed something besides ice cream and pudding to keep it going through the day. After school, Nate went to his soccer game. Soccer always made him feel better. But this game was weird. The other team had extra players on the field, and they kept picking up the ball and running with it.
"Hey,"
Nate said,
"that's cheating! You can't score a goal like that!" "I just did,"
said Josie, who was on the other team. Nate looked for the referee, but there wasn't one. Josie's team continued to break the rules, and they beat Nate's team 7-0. That night at dinner, Nate complained about how no one had followed the rules that day. "But rules are no fun," said his dad. "I agree," said his mom. Rules are silly. That night in bed, Nate stared up at the ceiling.
I hope things go back to normal,
he wished. He wished it over and over until he finally fell asleep. When Nate woke up, he brushed his teeth, combed his hair, and got dressed. He even cleaned his room before he went downstairs. "What would you like for breakfast?" his mom asked.
Strawberry ice cream,
Nate said. "No dessert for breakfast," Nate's mom said. Nate let out a sigh of relief.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Nate's mom laughed as she cracked 2 eggs into a pan. "Are you feeling all right?" she joked. Nate turned to his father.
Can I go to Joel's house after school?
He asked. Nate's dad said, "Not until you clean your room."
I cleaned it this morning,
Nate said. Nate's dad was surprised. "You did? Well then, of course you can go." Nate smiled and drank his juice. The world was back to normal. Things would be safe and fair, just like they used to be. It really was too bad about the ice cream, though.
Click on the next activity. I recycle. I wear a helmet. Following rules. Click on the next activity. Draw a picture that shows someone following a rule or law. Write about it. Done. Click on the next activity.
Rules rule. Matching cards. Match the rules and the pictures.
Play.
Stop at the stop sign. Wonderful! Wait your turn. Excellent! Pay attention in class. Very nice! No playing in the halls. Nice job! Take turns. Incredible! Be a good sport. Great! Wonderful!
Click on the next activity. Sonia Sotomayor. Sonia Sotomayor was born in New York a little more than 60 years ago. Her parents spoke Spanish, so her mother bought Sonia encyclopedias to help Sonia learn to speak English well. When Sonia was a young girl, she liked watching a TV show about a lawyer. A lawyer is someone who knows how to use laws to help people. Sometimes the lawyer was in a courtroom with a judge. The judge ran the courtroom and helped people find the truth. Sonia decided she wanted to be a judge when she grew up. Before she could be a judge, though, she knew she would need to learn how to be a lawyer. Sonia worked hard in school. She also practiced making speeches, because speaking well in front of people is something a lawyer needs to do. After high school, Sonia went to college. Then she attended a special school where people learn how to be lawyers, called a law school. As a lawyer, Sonia Sotomayor helped people in many ways. Sometimes she even worked for free if people didn't have enough money to pay her. She was also a law school teacher. 12 years after she became a lawyer, Sonia Sotomayor became a judge in New York City. Almost 20 years later, in 2009, President Barack Obama chose Sonia Sotomayor to become a judge on the Supreme Court. That's the most important court in the country. As a judge on the Supreme Court, Sonia Sotomayor works with 8 other judges to make important decisions about how people live and work everywhere in the United States. Sonia Sotomayor was the first Hispanic person to be a Supreme Court judge. Sonia Sotomayor wrote a book about her life called My Beloved World. In it, she wrote that her mother often told her how important it was to get an education in order to succeed in life. By working hard and following her mother's advice, Sonia Sotomayor achieved her childhood dream of becoming a judge. She often talks with young people about how they can achieve their dreams too.
Click on the next activity.
In the morning, Mama said to me, clean up your room as neat as can be. Pick up your clothes and make your bed. That's what my mama said. And I said, I don't wanna, 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 I don't wanna do it right now. After school, I went out to play. When I came in at the end of the day, Mama said,
practice and do your math. And then it's time to take a bath.
and I said, I don't wanna, 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 I don't wanna do it right now. At supper time, I could hardly wait to eat the food piled on my plate. Then from the kitchen, my mama commands,
Before you eat, wash your hands.
and I said, I don't wanna, 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 I don't wanna do it right now. On Saturday, when I wanted to go to the park and the movie show, I asked my mama if she'd give me a ride. And guess what she replied? She said, I don't wanna, 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 I don't wanna do it right now. I don't wanna, 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 I don't wanna do it right now. I don't wanna, 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 I don't wanna do it right now.
Click on the next activity.
People is a sight word that we all need to know. We see the word people wherever we go.
People may dress differently and have different faces. People may be tall or short and live in different places. I like many people, but of all the folks I see, my very favorite people are in my own family.
Now you can read people when you see it in a book. Watch for P-E-O-P-L-E wherever you look.
Click on the next activity.
Safe. Help. People. Can you find the word people? These people help keep us safe.
Click on the next